Sometimes you just gotta believe there's something.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dele. I am a Nigerian YouTuber based in London. Welcome to my channel. First of all, like I always say, thank you, thank you, thank you to all those that watch my videos, like my videos, share my videos. Thank you. And if it's your first time seeing this beautiful face, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all of those good stuff. So let's go straight into today's video. I get this question all the time. Dele, how did you do it? How did you complete your nursing program as a mature student? You are married, you have a child, you are working, you have other commitments. How did you do it? And I thought, okay, let me film this video to share my experience on how I was able to survive as a mature student while studying to become a nurse. It wasn't easy, I'm not going to lie to you, but it is doable. If I can do it, then you can do it. Trust me. It takes a lot of thought, commitment, and my why I started the course. And that kept me going throughout the 3 years of studying to become a nurse. And for those that are not aware, nurse is not like a traditional course where you just go to you just spend 3 years of your time at the university studying the theory part of your course. For nursing, there's the theory part of the course and also the practical part of the course. You have to go to placement every week, 30 hours a week at placement to get the competencies required that's required of you in order for you to qualify as a nurse. So it is a lot. Right into the video. First thing first, why have you decided to return to studying at this point of your life? Pause this video and ask yourself that question now. Why now? What is the motivation behind you returning to studying now? Because this why is the reason why you will keep going when challenges arise, because they would arise. It is the why that will keep you motivated when those challenges arise. Ask yourself, why do you want to study? Is it because you want a change of career? Is it because now your children are grown up now and they can look after themselves and you now want to decide to focus on yourself? Is it because nursing was always your, for example, nursing was always your first love, but you decided to study another course many years ago, but now you've decided to return back to your first love? For whatever reason why you've decided to study now, you need to know the reason why you decided to make that decision to commit to 2 years, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years to achieving this qualification. So that's my first tip. I'm going to keep going because I have an end goal, because this is the reason why you must complete this course now for you to achieve this particular goal. So it is very important for you to know your why. The second tip that I'll be sharing with you guys in this video is having a planner for the week or for the month or for the term. Because for me, that was the only way I was able to make it all make sense, because I had a lot I was trying to juggle. I had clinical placement 30 hours a week. I had to go to uni 1 day a week. I had to work as an LK assistant for 1 day or 2 days in the week. My son just turned 1 when I started my nursing training, so it was a toddler then. My family commitment, cooking, shopping. There was a lot going on. For everything to make sense to me, I had to have a planner. I had a planner, like a planner of the fridge. So I tell my husband, Monday, Tuesday, for example, I'm not going to be available all throughout those 2 days because I am going to placement. And doing the placement, then I used to leave the house as early as 6 in the morning, and I don't return back to the house until maybe around 9 p.m. So I'm literally out of the house all day. My son has to go nursery. My husband has to go to work. So obviously he needed to know what was my schedule for the week, enough for him to be able to plan himself and plan childcare. Barely do anything for the house or even for myself. On the train, I used to try and do some reading, do some research for my essays, do some writing. I used to have my iPad with me, do some typing up for my essays, but it was very limited, maybe like for 30 minutes to an hour, because it took me about 30-40 minutes on the train to get to my place. So that means Monday and Tuesday, I can barely do anything in the house. When I come back home, my son is most likely in bed already, eat dinner, catch up with my husband, watch TV if I can. But obviously, I can't spend too much time awake. I have to go to bed as early as I can, because I have to go do the same thing on Tuesday. Then let's say for example, on Wednesday, I'm off, because we used to go to uni every Fridays. Yes. So Wednesday, I'm going to be home all day, isn't it? Which is good. So Monday, I can catch up on house chores. I can catch up on looking after my son. Those days when I'm off, my son used to stay home with him. I didn't even bother taking him to nursery, even though we still had to pay for it, because house chores, catch up with spending time with my husband and my son, catching up on my own work, catching up on what I have missed out for those 2 days I have been out. And then Thursday, if I'm off again, I will do the same thing. On Friday, I have to go to uni. It's a 9 to 5. Leave there as early as 7:30, because uni was quite of a distance also to where I live, because I applied late. So I was only offered, you should watch that video. I'll put it down in the description box. Obviously, then on Friday, I had to go to uni for 7 to 8 hours. And then that evening, sometimes, the first year of university, I didn't work as a healthcare assistant. I was just completing my placement hours, going to uni one day in the week, and then the rest of the days I was home catching up on house chores, family time, schoolwork, essays, and spending time with friends also. So for me to still have a planner so that I can plan for the week, tell my husband what my schedule for the week is. That was how it worked in the first year. But in the second year, I then started working as an healthcare assistant. So that means that I had less time at home and more time outside home. So I used to do 30 hours placement. I used to work 2 days or 1 day a week. I used to go to university. And obviously, I still have assignments, coursework, group work, presentation. Apart from having a planner, which really helped me to make all of it make sense so that I can plan for the week or for the month. I also made sure that I didn't leave my homework to last minute. As soon as I knew that we had an assignment, I asked myself, when is the deadline? Because sometimes you have like 3 assignments due in a term or due in a month. So what I used to do then was I used to schedule that, okay, which one is due the soonest? I used to focus mainly on the one that was due the soonest first. I hate leaving anything to last minute. As soon as I know something needs to be completed, I like to work on it. Even with my personal life, if you know me, I like to plan. I don't like leaving anything to last minute. I like to have a plan. I like to have a schedule. This is what I'm going to do this week. This is what I'm going to do next week. So that really helped me also when I was studying to become a nurse as a mature student. So I used to make sure that I don't leave my homework to last minute. As soon as I know that the homework is due, it might be an essay, 1,000-word essay. It might be a presentation on diabetes. It might be an exam on anatomy and physiology. Whatever the assignment is, I start reading on time. I start my research on time. I do not leave anything to last minute. Some people like to leave their assignment to last minute and it works for them. Everyone is different. You have to find what is best for you. Because, for example, let's say you leave your assignment to last minute and something happens. God forbid your child becomes unwell, your car breaks down, something happens because life happens. And then because you've left it to last minute, then you'll be rushing. You'll be able to complete the assignment properly, and then you submit the assignment, you then get good grade. I was determined to finish with the top grade, even though I had other life commitments. But I was determined and I had a plan in place that this is what I was going to do, not for me to achieve what I wanted to achieve. Whatever information I need to gather to be able to complete the assignment, I start gathering the information as early as I can. 3 minutes counts. Even if it's 30 minutes you spend on your research, or 30 minutes you spend on typing your essay, or 30 minutes you spend on reading, it is better than not spending any time at all. So that's what worked for me. So in the second year, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm out of the house. Thursday, let's say Thursday is my day off. Obviously, I have a lot to catch up on with family, with assignments, with my essay, with friends, with just relaxing. To be honest, because sometimes 3 long days at placement it's a lot. When you feel tired, you're gonna have to rest, but also you have to also sacrifice sacrifice now for you to complete the course and complete it on time and well. Lots of commitment, but it has to be done. And that's what worked for me. At the beginning of the week, I will survive as a mature student. Another thing that helped him was I joined a lot of groups on Facebook, a lot of groups for nursing students, for students at my university. Even in my class, we created a group on Facebook that helps you to catch up on what is going on for your assignment. If you're not too sure what to do, you can drop your tutor an email, or you can ask your friends, your close friends, or you can even ask in the group. Everyone was always very helpful, to be honest, to share information, or would share with you a link that you can read more about the assignment, or they can make the assignment to make sense, because sometimes you don't even understand what they are asking of you for the assignments. When you join these groups, they become your university buddies, because even if your close university friends don't know really much how they can help you with the assignment, if you go on those groups, the way to even people that I joined some groups of people that have gone ahead of us, so they were like a term ahead of my group. So I joined that group as well, because obviously they've gone ahead of me, a term ahead of me. They might be able to explain better, or what to expect in second year, expect in third year. You know, I answered a lot of questions, and these groups really helped me to understand things that didn't make sense to me, things I needed help with, get more information, share links of textbooks, share links of reliable websites you can get articles from about the particular essay that you're writing about. Join those groups. Even going to those groups just to ask for information, you also share information that you know that can be helpful to someone else in the group. And that tip I'll be sharing with you is also to research about information about your course from evidence-based websites, reliable websites that the school would have shared with you at the induction. So you have to be very careful also where you get your information from. Make sure that a reliable website that the teacher is approved by the university. You cannot just rely on only class, what you've been taught in class. Your free time, even during break, you don't have to use your break to be talking every time. Remember, you have limited time when you get home. Remember, you have other commitment outside university. So even during your break time, during your free period, you use it to research about your next assignment, research about the course, research about what you were taught yesterday that didn't make sense to you. Every time you have, make sure you use it wisely to help towards completing your training. Another tip that I'll share with you is when you feel like it's time for you to just take a break, take a break. Sometimes, like I said, I catch up on schoolwork and family commitments on my days off. But sometimes I just tell myself, close that book, close that laptop, just relax. Just spend time with family and friends. Nothing about your studies today. Close that book, close that laptop. But obviously, you cannot do that all the time because you'll be lacking behind. But sometimes when you know that this is becoming too overwhelming, I cannot do this anymore, I need a break. Listen to your body. It's an hour that you take off, or you take the whole day off, or you take half of the day off. That time you feel will be helpful enough for you to just relax, re-energize yourself. Take that time off. Balance. It's about a balance. Balance, balance, balance. You cannot always take time off every time just to relax and spend time with family. But also when it's becoming overwhelming, it is a good time for you to take time off. I am a Christian. I believe so much in the power of prayer. I used to pray every time to God to give me strength and the grace to keep going. This really helped me to stay sane sometimes, because it is the faith that I have in God, the strength that God has given me, the grace that's given me the ability to go on, to keep pushing, even when it seems like I want to give up, even when it seems like I have had enough, I just want to quit. But the strength from above keeps me going. I believe so much in prayers, and that really helped me, to be honest. I feel like I wouldn't have survived the whole 3 years without the grace of God, without God by my side. And it really worked well for me, and I am always grateful for that, to be honest. And also supportive partner also, to be honest, because like I said, there's some days I wasn't available to take my son to nursery. My husband had to step up and take my son to nursery and pick him up from nursery, and that was like 3-4 times a week, because I had to leave the house really early from like 6 in the morning. I didn't return back home till about 8. So obviously the nursery will have not been opened by that time, or they have been closed by the time I returned back from uni or placement. So he was available to take him. And it's also very important. So even before you start the course, it's very important for you to discuss. If you have grown-up children like live with you, you have and you're about to start this course, and you are married or you have a partner, have this conversation with them, get them on board, because it will make things easier for you if they are on board with you. We will help you later with your schoolwork. So luckily for us, we didn't have any outside commitment apart from nursery for my son. But if you have grown-up children that are in school, secondary school, college, university, obviously they have other commitment. They are going to need you more. You have to explain to them that mommy is going back to mommy or daddy is going back to university for 2 years, for 1 year, for 3 years. I might not be as accessible as I normally am, but I will try my best to help when I can. Daddy will be able to help, and that's also when the planning or the scheduling for the week comes in, because then you can know that maybe Wednesdays you're not going to be around for the after school club. Wednesday you're not able to take your son swimming. You are very limited to what days you have off, because the placement hours days are located by the hospital, and then the days you go uni are fixed days. You schedule your son swimming to the days, maybe on Saturdays, maybe Sunday evenings. But again, it's not every week that is the same for nursing students. But for those that are going to study other courses, you might be lucky to only have to go to uni maybe 3 days a week, because you don't have the commitment to complete practical hours like nursing. But it is possible. Like I said, it is doable. My sister completed her degree recently. She has 4 children. Her husband also completed his degree recently, his second degree recently. Yeah, they have 4 children. So it is possible. I had 1 child when I was studying to become a nurse, and it was still very challenging for me. Can you imagine someone that has 4 children or 2 children or 3 children, even no children at all? The fact that you're an adult, you have life. Some people work full-time and then a studying part-time. So that's already full-time, already a commitment. You can do it. You just need to have a plan, a schedule. Don't leave your homework to last minute. They're like a community that can help you. Attend class regularly. Make sure do your research. Don't leave your homework to last minute. Pray if you believe in prayers. This brings me to the end of today's video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all of this good stuff. See you in my next video. Bye bye.